Hey yo, hey yo, yo, what's up? Welcome to another jam session. Come on in, kick your feet up, relax, grab your drink, and let's get into it. So, good day to you all. It's your boy, Jason here. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. If you're old, welcome. I hope everyone is having a great holiday season. We just had Thanksgiving. Can't believe that we're in December, the last month of the year. It just kind of feel like once we get to this time, it just feels like the year just flew by, like it just gone. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I did, got to relax and just kick back and chill with the fam. Interestingly enough, most people that I've asked about their holidays have, not such great reviews. Some people just said it was different this year, boring, or, they didn't like it, or they were sick during the holidays, which is how it works out. Stuff starts flying all through the atmosphere. You got to be careful and keep your immune system up in this season, because it could be a little crazy. So I guess today I didn't really have anything specific to talk about, and usually I only hit record when I have something to say. And it's weird because it's funny because people are always like, when are you gonna do another podcast? I said, when I have something to say, when I feel inspired. I just don't want to record something every week just for the sake of it, unless I have something I feel is valuable to say. And so, seeing that we are in the holiday season, I just been contemplating on just a lot of things leading up into going into next year and the things that I want to do next year. And I'm gearing up now. So I'm being super focused this month, which is cool because I'm kind of off. I think I got to go out do one show in Atlanta. But other than that, I'm home the whole month, and I'm really focusing on just a lot of things, ending the year with a momentum that I want to push into 2025. So, I actually was thinking about a conversation that I had with a coworker when I was working at this church earlier in the year, and she was just saying how lucky I was, or how blessed I was to have multiple passions and to be able to operate in them at the same time and then get paid to operate in them. And I had never really thought about that, but it did make me think about it then, that I was like, that is great because I do music and I get to travel and do shows and play. I'm a drummer. And then I love video and photography, and I also get to do that, which was what my job was at the church. I was the overall the video department at that church, and now I kind of do my own thing, freelance with a buddy of mine, and then do some photography and things like that. And now I also go on the road doing production, so I'm a playback engineer and video guy. So I am blessed to be able to operate in all of those things. Sometimes it's not hard, but sometimes it's hard to be focused on one thing because you're trying to do so many things. And it's like, even now, like usually every year I buy myself a Christmas gift, and years past, it was easy because all I was doing was music. So it was always going to be something related to music. But now it's like, do you get something for music? Do you do you get something for video? Do you get something for photography? Do you get something for playback, for production? Like, do you buy some new software that's going to help you be better at video or different things like that? And I can buy some stuff that works for all of it. Like I can buy lights, which will be good for video and photography, different things like that. But the thing is, none of my passions are cheap. So it's like music gear isn't cheap. Camera gear isn't cheap. Like, so these are expensive passions. But, I'm blessed enough to be able to make decent money to where I can have some leeway to buy the things that I feel I need to get. But even in all of that, I just really want to move myself in a position this next year that I'm really stretching myself and really doing some things that are going to be uncomfortable to me, but they'll be so worth it. And I just think like these are things that I want my brothers and my sisters to see me doing as their older brother, that it would encourage them to also step outside of their comfort zone and do something different, do something that you don't know how to do and put in the work. I was with a friend today and he was, I had a piano lesson today because I really want to get back into playing piano, and it definitely stretched me today. It was a lot going on. It was a mental stretch. My hand was sore just by stretching these chords, but for me it was a great experience because I feel like if we are too comfortable and we become too complacent with the things that we do, then not only do we have the potential of being physically lazy, but we also have the potential of being mentally lazy. And I don't ever want to be that complacent to where I'm physically and mentally lazy. And even I hadn't really been playing drums that much. And now I'm getting a lot of calls to play drums a lot when I'm at home at different churches and for different things. And I was telling my friend today, Anthony, and I was like, yo, man, I said, here's the crazy thing. Because I hadn't been doing it, I've even had to rediscipline myself with learning music. Because now when I'm at home, I just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? Watch a little YouTube or, something like, and I have to almost refocus myself in that realm because I hadn't been really doing it that much like that. And then even some of the things that I'm doing, it's like, it's not hard to me per se. And I don't say that from an arrogant place whatsoever, or even act like I'm the God's gift to musicians whatsoever, like not at all. But I had a system and it's like, oh, these songs aren't really that hard. Like I can listen to them and pick them up because I've been doing music so long. So you just kind of know, you can kind of feel when a song is going a certain place because you've been doing it so long, because you had repetition. But I said, I don't want to be like that. I really want to, I have to rediscipline myself that when I get this music to sit and learn, and really go, even if it's songs I played before, go over them again so that when I show up, I'm showing up well. And we just got into this big conversation, just about that. And even with those things, it's not just a matter of me wanting to show up well. It's even a matter of showing God that he could trust me with these opportunities. And if he can trust me with this, then he can trust me with more. And so I was watching a friend of mine's post on Instagram, and she was saying how a lot of people come to her and they want to get out wherever they are, and they want to move to the New Yorks and the Atlantas and the LAs and all of these places because they want to pursue their passion. And she was like, but what have you done with where you at? Have you used all your resources that you've had? Have you connected with everyone that you can connect with? Have you maximized where you was at? And I was like, man, that's real, and a lot of times that is what we want to do. We want more, but we haven't maximized what we've had. We haven't used everything that we've had, or we haven't used it to its fullest capacity, but yet and still we're asking for more. Or if I could go here, then I can do that. But my thing is, if you can't capitalize where you're at, how then will you capitalize somewhere where nobody knows you? And you have to get in the system and you have to make connections, and the connections you have where you're currently at, you don't even use wisely. And so, for me, it's like, I think in many ways, musically, I've done, just about everything that I can do where I live. And I'm not saying this because I have zero desire to move. But what I haven't, on the creative side of doing video and photography, I feel like I'm a rookie in that, and I don't have the network, I don't have the connections, because I never hung out with, like, quote unquote creatives in that space. I've only ever hung around musicians and singers because that was what I did, was music. So now the challenge for me this next year is to build my network in the creative space just as much as my network in the music space. And so, which some would think that won't be hard because it crosses over. It's a lot of musicians that do photography, videography, and all of that. And yeah, that's true. But unless you're hanging around with those people that dab in both, if you stick to just musicians, then there's still a whole nother world out there of that space. And so I really want to lock in on that. So I'm working on my networking and reaching out to people and meeting people. And, I'm a kind of an introvert, so that's definitely not my comfort zone. But, the old saying, closed mouth don't get fed. So, you can sit around, be introverted and shy as much as you want and miss out on a lot of opportunities by not putting yourself out there or not being willing to meet new people and network with new people. So that's where I'm at. At the end of this year, I don't have no New Year's resolutions. I don't care about that. I just know that this is my target, and I'm praying and asking God to give me wisdom and strategy next year to accomplish those things, that not only wisdom and strategy, but discipline to accomplish those things that I want to accomplish. So I'm excited. I made I guess kind of a pact this week that even with video editing, I was like, every day I got to do something. And I edit in DaVinci Resolve. I got to do something in Resolve. I got to create a reel. I got to learn something new and actually practice it in Resolve, every day. That's my goal for the rest of the month that I'm at home, is to do something. I have all this footage of stuff that I've shot, and I'm just gonna start pulling it up and creating things. So I've been creating reels, and people that follow me, I've been posting reels of me playing drums again and just different things like that. And I'm gonna do more. Pull down my GoPro, so now I take GoPros with me to church and set them up and in the drum cage and record myself. And it's all for me to be able to practice, to be able to get better in those spaces, just like I would with drums. I would put on music and just practice, and I want to do the same thing in that space. And I do have a network that I'm continually building. And my boy Jason, man, he's just a wealth of knowledge, and he loves to teach. And him and I have fun together. We actually went to I forget what it's called, not a refuge, what do they call it? Anyway, it's 10 minutes from my house. I didn't know it existed. They have all these animals and different things just out free in the nature. and you could drive this big loop and you could take pictures and all that stuff. So we went a couple of days ago and I got some pictures of like bison and deer and eagles, and it was like super cool. First off, bison they're huge. Them things are humongous. I mean, they're way bigger than cows. But we got to do that, and I didn't even know that's like 10 or 15 minutes away from my house. I didn't even know. And we went and did that just practicing photography, you know. And so those are things like that I want to do more of, even when I get out on the road. Although I don't have a lot of time to shoot, not as much time as I would like, because we're there on a mission, we're working. But yeah, I just want to step out of my comfort zone and just do some things that are going to be challenging, that they're going to push me at. Don't be afraid. I don't want to be afraid to do things that I'm not good at. You know, even with learning piano, it's frustrating because I already play an instrument, and because I can't just sit on piano and play songs like I can sit on drums and play drums. It's a mental war. And any musician will know that. It becomes like a mental war. It's like you got to overcome that and just be like, just trust the process. And that's what my boy Anthony was telling me today. He said, don't be afraid to go slow. You're not going to get great overnight. You didn't playing drums, but because that was your first instrument, it didn't matter. But now this is your second instrument. Like, don't be afraid to start slow, you know, and I think it'll help me with drums, because sometimes it's cool to start all over. Sometimes it's good to go back to the basics. You know, sometimes we need to do that in life. Like, you know, let me sit back, take a breath, and really like go back to the basics. I've over the years, I've complicated my own life and I've made things difficult. And that's really where I'm at in this season. I've told people there's two things that I prioritize now: my quality of life and my peace. And my quality of life is not attached to an amount of money that I have in my bank account. You know, being rich doesn't mean you have this great quality of life, nor being poor means you have this terrible quality of life. It's really what you make of it. And so now I want to prioritize things that edify and bring me joy and bring me peace, you know, like cultivate those relationships. And so, you know, and I think it's good. And I think I'm in that space. I'm really starting to do those things, which are great. They're great for your health. You know, I'm not as stressed. I'm not as upset with things as I was or quickly upset as I was before. So I'm trying to just like, honestly, I'm just trying to enjoy life. I think I'm blessed. Like what I get to do for a living, a lot of people want to do, and they don't have those opportunities yet. And so I keep that in the back of my mind every time I go out on the road, like how blessed I am to be able to do this. And so my mindset is just to go out and enjoy it. No, everything is not going to be great. There's going to be hiccups. There's going to be people that tick you off. Sorry. But overall, you know, you make any situation, any opportunity, you make it what it is. You could show up with a bad attitude, and then somebody's going to match your energy. So now everybody has a nasty attitude. Or you could just choose to be happy. You could choose joy. You could choose these kind of things. You're not forced to be angry or sad or mad. You can choose joy. You could choose peace. Everything don't got to be volatile. Everything ain't got to be drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, choose peace and just choose to like go on the ride, man, and enjoy it. Don't make the destination. I did a podcast on that. We make the destination the goal. That's not the goal. Because if you make the destination the goal and the journey sucks, even when you get to Disney World, you're not going to enjoy it anymore because your whole journey to Disney World was awful. So enjoy the journey. You know, enjoy. It's a long walk. Enjoy. Life is a long walk. You know, enjoy it. You know, enjoy it as much as you can. Enjoy the people that God placed in your life, for however long that may be. Enjoy that, because we don't know how long that's going to be. We don't know how long they got on earth, and we don't know how long we got. So for whatever time I have, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to have it filled up with being stressed and different. I got enough grace. But yeah, so I just wanted to get on here. I don't want to be long. It's 20 minutes already. Um, and just kind of share my thoughts, man, on that stuff. And I hope and I pray that you will do the same, that this next year you will find something that's uncomfortable, something you're not good at, but you've always wanted to do. Go after it. Get uncomfortable. It's all right. It's what helps you grow. Going to the gym, working out, that's not comfortable. Lifting heavy weight, it's not comfortable, but it makes you stronger. Running on a treadmill is not comfortable. Doing that cardio is not comfortable, but it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you leaner. It's going to make you healthier. And it's like that with everything else in life. It may not be comfortable, but it's making you better. And so choose to step out of your comfort zone and go after better. Go after excellence in every way that you can. So it's your boy Jason. I will see you again soon. I'm gonna try to record a few more before the year ends. You know, you might be hearing from me a lot more, just reflecting on the holidays and what I'm thankful for, and just my own process that I'm in. So I pray this blessed you. Pray this helped you, and I pray that you go into this weekend full of love, joy, and peace. This has been another jam session. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.